Hello there, this is DBT, and this is Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 9, the global version on Android. And today, I'm gonna be driving my Murcielago LP640 Roadster in multiplayer to determine how far can it take me? That's right, it's another one of these episodes in which I try a particular car at whatever star count that I have it, and well, see how far can it take me. And for that, I'm gonna go into classic multiplayer. It's not Ghost or anything, and I'm actually somewhat at the start of Gold League, so this is definitely gonna give me a decent opportunity to see, well, how much progress I can make with this beauty of a car. Like I mentioned, I only have it at 4 stars. I don't really remember how I got it here, but this is what I have, and I haven't applied a couple of the epic import parts, mostly because I literally only have 2 of them, and I want to apply them in acceleration once I manage to get the car to 5 stars, but for that I have to wait, so yeah, no rush to spend my epics for now. So alright, let's start this off. And this time the episode is happening on the Android version of the game. I basically switched from the Android to the global version, from the global version, meaning Android in my case, to the Switch version, and that just really depends on if I have extra fuel in the global version. So, because I did buy the Legend Pass this time to get the Lamborghini Invincible, of which I already made a video, should be appearing in the top right about now. I got the Legend Pass for that, and well, now I have some extra fuel, so that gives me a good opportunity to do some races in multiplayer without having to worry too much about refueling, or at least not so often. So yeah, here we are. Now, in the Switch version, I actually do have this car at 5 stars already, but I thought, you know what, let's see what it can do at 4 stars, because there is a little bit of, I don't know that I want to call it misconception, or maybe I should just call it like, you know, an understanding, that generally speaking, cars that are not at the maximum amount of stars tend to be not amazing. Now, that makes sense, because obviously you want to have it to the maximum stars possible. But that doesn't mean that at a lower star count, maybe they can still put up a fight. And honestly, this is a very, very, very underappreciated car in this game. I remember when I was newer to the game and I was doing some research as to the Lambos that this game had, it was a lot of people would always say, yeah, it's a much worse version of the Huracan, or rather, the Huracan is a much better car. And you know what I think about the Huracan in general, the Huracan in this particular game, it irks me because I don't like that particular model, and then on top of that it's such a spam car and it's so good that it automatically became the benchmark for any car to be like, yeah, if it's not as good as that car, it's garbage, which I heavily have to disagree with, but don't worry, I'll talk more about that. For now, I got a first place, but to be honest, I think I was facing a lot of classy cars, so I don't think this tells me anything just now, but hey, let's still see what I beat. Actually, we got 2 Chevy Corvette Grand Sport, McLaren GT, fairly upgraded at that, nice. Porsche Panamera Turbo S, also very upgraded, Saleen, NSX, and KTM. Oh, this is Class D, isn't it? Alright, but still, a couple of Grand Sports, I'll take it. Ha, and speaking of Huracans. But yeah, so I understand why the Huracan is considered sort of a benchmark in terms of the... Oh, look at the livery on that P1. Is that a P1? I think so. I understand why it is the benchmark, because it's a very, very, very good car. It's a Lambo, and it's relatively easy to get. I understand not everybody has it, but so long as you've been playing this game for long enough, you're gonna get to garage level 17 or wherever it is that you can start getting blueprints for this thing, and you're gonna get it guaranteed at some point, so long as you play for, well, long enough. So yes, I understand why it is the benchmark, but then again, I do believe that just using it as the only way to consider, oh, is the car good or not, I don't know, especially in Class B. I mean, I guess there's always going to be benchmark cars in any class. I understand that, but man, I'm just so tired of seeing that for every single car. Like, but it's not the Huracan, so who cares, you know? Now, what is the difference of this car compared to the Huracan? Well, obviously, it's a lower ranked car, and more so now that I only have it. Oh boy, oh god, we're fine, we're fine. Jesus Christ. Well, this is not honestly a great showing for this car in particular, this track, but oh well. So the thing about this car compared to the Huracan, it's obviously that it's a lower rank, especially since I have it at 4 stars, but even at 5 stars it's still lower ranked. So in theory, it is a lesser car overall. Now, this car is faster than the Huracan, but obviously it doesn't have the insane acceleration that the Huracan has, nor the insane nitro, but that is not to say that that makes it necessarily like an uncompetitive car, because it still is pretty, well, considerably fast. Nothing astonishing for Class B, but it's not terrible either. I would say it's probably on the faster-ish side of Class B cars, especially at 5 stars. So yes, nothing amazing obviously like an Apollo N or anything like that, but it is not a straight up, you know, a 4GT Mark II that is super slow. But yeah, so alright, this race didn't go so well, but then again, this is a much twistier track, so not necessarily the best place for this. I got beaten by 2 Huracans, 2 Corvettes. I did beat a P1 and 2 other Corvettes, so yes, nice, I guess, yeah. I took the opportunity also to change the color because you know that I love showing the cars in different colors. But yeah, with a top speed stat of 351, yeah, it puts it above something like the Corvette Grand Sport, which is what, like 330 or something like that, 335. The Huracan at like 340, so this is definitely faster. Acceleration, it's obviously not fantastic, much less given my star count, but you can see that it still can improve a decent bit. Handling and nitro can still improve. But yeah, this is not comparable at all with the stats of the Huracan. Other than the speed, I should clarify, because again, the top speed on this thing, pretty decent, 351, that's definitely on the goodish side. So yeah, overall, excuse me for the coughing, I'm still sick, I continue to be sick, and I'll probably remain sick for the foreseeable future, so yeah, sorry for the coughing. But anyway, so yeah, I'm fine, this is exactly what I had planned because I wanted to make a comeback, totally. Ah, Jesus, it was a decent track to kind of do something with this car, but oh well, whatever, it's alright. But yeah, overall, not a terrible car. Now that I think about it, probably I got this car through a, what's it called? The Drive Syndicate. Which, honestly, look, I've criticized Drive Syndicate for the longest time because I hate how grindy it is. But to be fair, I have gotten some decent stuff from the Drive Syndicate. Just in the current Syndicate, here in the global version, for the 𝐓𝐚𝐤 16. And by the way, I pronounce it 𝐓𝐚𝐤, not Devil 16. I don't like devil. I mean, yeah, sure, it sounds edgy, but 𝐓𝐚𝐤 has more oomph to it. I don't know, whatever. The point is that in this Drive Syndicate, obviously I'm not going for the main car, but I was able to get an additional bunch of blueprints for my Diablo, which I already had at 4 stars, which made the Diablo to get to 5 stars, which is fantastic. Oh no, oh man. Yeah, okay, this was a terrible showing, so let's pretend this race never happened. And you know what, maybe I'm gonna scrap it from the recording. Alright, let me write a note. Delete the 3rd race. And I got beaten by everything, including an Acura NSX. Look at that. Ah, Jesus Christ. Well, it happens. It happens. Now, in this track, I do have a little bit more faith on the speed of my car, but then again, there is an Apollo N, so yeah, I mean... But what was I saying before this? I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, the car is definitely... No, I was talking about the Drive Syndicate, that I was able to get my Diablo to 5 stars, and now I gotta make a video on how far, you know, this series with the Diablo. But since I already made a video with the Diablo at 4 stars, I want to wait a little bit because there's obviously a lot more cars of which I could make videos on this series. And in fact, why don't you tell me... Oh, okay, never mind. I thought the guy in front of us wrecked. Why don't you let me know in the comments if you want to see a particular... I'm so sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to knock you down. Oh, man. I'm so sorry, dude. I wasn't trying. You see, I wasn't 360ing or anything. It just so happened that... Oh, man. Sorry, buddy. Anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments if there's any particular... Oh, I knocked someone else down. What is happening? Bloodthirsty DBT or something. I don't know. You saw that wasn't on purpose. I have done no 360 against anybody. You can even see my taps on the button, so you can rewind and you'll see that I wasn't double tapping or anything. So I take no responsibility for it. It's just the game physics. Anyway, because I already made a video on the Diablo, I don't want to make yet another one. If you want to see a particular car on this series, let me know. And if I have it, I'll try to make it. Hopefully, it's not going to take me months and months and months to do. First place, beating 2 Chevy Corvettes, Ferrari 48 GTB, Cadillac CN, which is very fast. Acura NSX, Asterion, and the Apollo N disconnected. I'm so sorry, buddy. I wasn't trying to knock you down, I promise. And I changed the color of the car again, and I also removed the carbon on the back, so that it's more a solid color. I honestly did like how it looks with the carbon as I had it for the previous races, but hey, if you wanted to see it in its regular color combination type of thing, there it is. So yeah, as I was saying in general about this car, you can see that it's not anything out of the ordinary. It's nothing like, oh my god, this car is an absolute beast, or oh, I'm so sorry, buddy, wasn't trying to knock you down. Nothing insane, but it's nothing useless either. So for a car, if you're able to get this car for free at some point, then go for it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they put it into a car hunt at some other point, given that this car has been in the game for a very, very, very long time, and it hasn't gotten a car hunt. This car was a Legend Pass car ages ago, and generally speaking, cars that are Legend Pass cars eventually end up getting a car hunt, or at least a good majority of them. I'm going on this side just to make sure that I don't collide with that. Oh my, I'm so sorry. What is wrong with me? Why am I knocking down so many people in these races? Ah, Jesus Christ. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Nobody is unalived. Everything is good. But yeah, this car definitely, I would imagine that it should come in a car hunt at some point, but so far nothing. All right, so defeated by the 48 GTB. Interesting. But I did beat Corvette, Grand Sport, Huracan, Corvette. Why were there two BMW Z4? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna question it. And while we're talking about cars and extra fuel in the global version and all, this particular Legend Pass seems to me that it's the first one that gives you a total of 5 extra fuel. In total, you're gonna get from the Legend Pass 5 extra fuel, which is, to my knowledge, the first time that it happens. And I bring this up because this is gonna open the door for me to record some races with cars that normally would only have 3 fuel. Then, because I have the Legend Pass, it's gonna be a total of 5 fuel, which is, a total of 8 fuel, which is incredibly good. Again, to record those cars with very little fuel. So if I have them and I can record things in one go, that would be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, again, if you have some suggestions, let me know. See, respect to that Huracan. He didn't try to knock me down. He did. Ah, Jesus Christ. He did shockwave, but you know, it's fine. It happens. Oh Jesus. Okay, well, I guess shockwave trumps 360s. It's fine. If it had been like 1,000 minarets, I think this car could have had a good chance. Not because it drifts amazing in the super loopy section, but you know, maybe in general the speed could have helped it. But oh well, it's fine. So what did I get beaten by? Jesus. All right, a little bit of the spammy cars with Huracans and Corvettes. I did beat the BMW Z4. I should be proud of that, right? Why are they driving that? Are they trying to rank down or something? Ooh, yes. So hey, if it does come in a car hunt, well, I'll definitely take the opportunity to take it to 5 stars, but I'm not really counting on it. A man can dream, all right? And speaking of car hunts, there's right now the car hunt for the, what is it called? The Berlinetta, something like that. Which is, again, another one of those cars that has been a Legend Pass car, and then it became a legendary car hunt, meaning... I'm fine. A legendary car hunt, which is a car hunt for owners of the Legend Pass, and then after that, it became a regular car hunt, which is what is happening right now. So that is what I say, why I say that I would expect this car to show up like that. But maybe there's some rule that cars that are to be featured in Grab Syndicates are not to have a car hunt, which was the case, for example, with the no, wait a second. I was just thinking of the Barchetta, the Bentley whatever Barchetta. That was also featured, if I remember correctly. I think that's what it was, because that's how I acquired the car. I think it was featured in a Grab Syndicate, and eventually it did get a car hunt, right? I think it got a car hunt not too long ago, and that's how I actually have it at Max's stars. Probably something like that. I don't know. I just don't understand why the Murcielago is such a rare car. If at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, this whole video is to show how far can it take me, but it's not a great car. It's not terrible, so it definitely looks like a car that should be. But anyway, defeated by 3 Huracans. There's the Berlinetta. There we go, per Italia Berlinetta. That's the name. We got 2 Corvette Grand Sports and another Huracan that just quit the race because he got knocked down or something. I don't know. Now, just talking about the car itself, I am conflicted. I've never been a huge fan of the Murcielago, and I know that might sound like some sort of heresy for someone that likes, or rather loves, Lamborghini cars, right? And I understand that this is a car that a ton of people like, but for some reason the Murcielago to me was never the Lambo to wow, you know? To me it was the Diablo, because that is the Lambo that I grew up looking at first. And then once I returned to the world of car appreciation, let's call it, it was already the time of the Aventador. So those 2 cars to me are much more attractive or appealing, visually speaking. But that's not me saying that it's an ugly car. However, I am gonna say that I would hope, or rather I wish, that they had brought the coupe version of the car as opposed to the Roadster. I don't know, I just don't like very much cars that don't have roof. And that, yes, that includes Lamborghinis as a whole. And that is actually why, one of the reasons why I don't like the Huracan in this game, because it's a Spider, so it's a convertible, and it completely changes the, oh Jesus, it completely changes the shape of the engine cover, and honestly, I don't find it, oh my god, it's gonna bet me? No, oh, nice, skip the second place. Let's go, Baba! I mean, nice, I guess. Alright, look at that. I did beat a Corvette Grand Sport, Elva, Vantage, Grand Sport, DB Superleggero. This is a very strong car. And another Grand Sport. Hey, nice. But hey, if I'm gonna be wishing that a particular version of the Murcielago to be was added to the game instead of this one, why not the Super Veloce? That would have been pretty dope. In fact, if you want to get a heart and a pin in this video, you need to leave me the key phrase. And the key phrase for today is going to be, the Murcielago is a beauty. But they should have added the Murci SV. First person to post it gets the heart, the pin. Anybody else that posted afterwards only gets a heart. But yeah, so that would have been honestly my favorite version of the Murcielago to be added. Unsurprisingly, it's the one with the big wing and all of that. Yeah, you know how I roll when it comes to all of that. But still, of all the versions of the Murcielago, why did it have to be this? I don't know, maybe, is it just me? Am I the only one who doesn't like the Roadster of the Murcielago? I don't know, maybe it's a highly coveted car in general. Maybe people think it's the most beautiful version of the Murcielago ever. Honestly, I would doubt that's the case, that anybody really thinks that, but hey, who knows? Who am I to judge people that like the Murcielago? I am the guy that likes the Diablo, and that is a car that nobody likes. But then again, the Diablo, as of recent times, it has been appreciating IRL, meaning the car has been going up in value, just because people are realizing that it's a rare car, and it's a very unique one in a sense. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this episode of... Hold on, let me activate my... How far can it take me? With the Murcielago. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And yeah, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.